We are for round one. Looks like we won the die roll, and we will be on the play. Set that up over there. Okay. This is why Grapple with the Past, I think, is a pretty good card. We got a 2-lander here with some big drops, 5-drop, 6-drop, 8-drop, but we have a Bloodbriar, so I think if we don't draw the land, we can keep this hand, I think, and if we don't draw the land, we can just fire off Grapple on our opponent's turn and hopefully hit the land to be able to play the Bloodbriar. Hopefully we can pick up another creature too to sacrifice here and get some value on the Bloodbriar as well. We're also running 2 more Grapples, so whatever we mill with the first one, potentially we'll be able to get back at a later point. Let's see what our opponent is on. Sorry for the nasally voice, I'm just getting over a cold. Looks like they're on black as well. Okay, so it's an interesting question here. Do we fire off the Grapple and keep the land drops flowing? I don't think we have to, because we're on turn 2 here, and this Rancid Rats is going to hopefully hold down the fort and be able to trade with whatever our opponent plays. And then if we don't draw the land next turn, we can play the Grapple on our turn, hopefully hit a land, play the land, stay on time, as far as making our land drops go, and then be able to play the Bloodbriar on turn 4. If we hit the land, we'll probably just play the Bloodbriar and hang on to the Grapple. Okay. No turn 2 play from our opponent, and we drew the land. Okay. So now I'm going to attack with the rats. Black-white, unlikely to have a hasty creature. Play the land, and now we'll play the Bloodbriar. So things that are good to draw for us. One would be more land. That would be good. Our Ulvenwald ramp guy would also be a good draw. Okay. Boon of Emrakul, killing that. We can live with that. We'll get that guy back at a later date. Alright, so here we just get aggressive. I think so. I don't know though. Would it be better to just cast the Grapple, hit the land drop, and then keep that kind of flowing? Is that the better play? I mean, I guess we're playing for the long game, but our opponent hasn't done much so far. And they've hit all their land drops as well. If we don't hit a land drop, we can get Bloodbriar back and be able to play that. However, if we play Mournwillow, we're going to be cracking in for 4 on this turn, and have, you know, sort of a board presence. I don't really know what the correct decision is. Also, the chances of us drawing a land next turn are a little bit better than they were this turn, even though we drew the Mournwillow. I think we're going to play the Mournwillow, attack for 4, and then pass the turn. No plays from our opponent, that's good. Clear shot. Okay, we'll keep that up. If there's white and black, suppose you could have that. Drog Skull, the Spirit, 2/3 Flash Spirit. Murder, okay. Live with that. Now I'm going to fire this off because I do want to start hitting land drops. And we will take the forest. Just play it. Hopefully, see what we get next turn. If we hit the land drop, we can play Watcher in the Web. 2, 3, we could do that. We could also conceivably play It of the Horde Swarm if we wanted to sacrifice our rats. Oh, that's not an option. We will be sacrificing our rats. Okay. And Vampire Cutthroat Skulk Lifelink. Okay. Get the land, we will just play our Watcher. And now if we draw another land, we'll be able to play the Hydra. It'll get us our 7th land. Potentially we will be able to hardcast It of the Horde Swarm. Excuse me. This guy could attack, for sure. Get a little bit of life. Be able to block. Revenants. Alright, so what do we want to do here? White, black, black. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. Good question whether or not we use Clear Shot to kill that Revenant. It's only got 2 cards in hand, and the Captive. Okay, no blocks. Alright, so I think the play here is we play the Ulvenwald Captive, which can actually block these. And then we'll have Clear Shot up. And if we draw out a pump spell, we may be able to get a 2-for-1. We don't really want our Captive to die, though, because it allows us to play the Hydra next turn. If it does, though, we could always sacrifice this guy, Watcher in the Web, to play It of the Horde Swarm and have 2 blockers that could deal with these Skulk creatures. Murder. Okay. I think I can live with that. Look here. He may have a pump spell. He's not. He's playing life. Alright. Land. We will play our Hydra. Get another land. So now we can actually, assuming that the Ulvenwald Captive does not die, we can actually hardcast the It of the Horde Swarm next turn if we want to. Drog Skull Cavalry. Okay, well there's something we're gonna kill. Glad we held on to this Clear Shot. Not be playing It of the Horde Swarm this turn because, well, can we? We might be able to. First we're going to attack with this guy. Probably gonna get blocked. It does. Now we're gonna tap. Green. We're And then, can we emerge this? Should we emerge this? I think we should. Although, to be honest, this 4-6 is pretty good as well. Huh. He's got one card in hand. 4-4 and 2 1-1s plus the 8-8 versus the 4-6. Yeah, I think I'm going to cast this with Emerge, just to continue to put a presence on the board. So you have another murder? Choking restraints, okay. Let's not attack with those. What we'll do here is we're going to cast this with Emerge, sacrificing the Hydra, paying green. And now we can get it back with our Grapple with the Past. Seems like a good play. Vampire Cutthroat. Okay. Night Scavenger is getting back the Vampire Cutthroat. He's out of cards now, so he can team up on one of my guys. Let's fire this off. And get back the Hydra. See what we draw. A land. What's the proper attack here? Attack with both of these. Okay with that. Let's play the Hydra. Yes, we'll use this ability, get another land out of our deck. I'm going to hold on to this land in case I draw my Pack Guardian, so I'll be able to discard it to the Pack Guardian, because an 8-8 is pretty... There's not much difference between an 8-8 and a 9-9 on this board. So he drew a card. He's going to attack with his Skulk creature. I'm going to block. Trade there. That's fine. Okay. I'm fine with that. Let's see what we draw. Ooh, rats. That's good. Can actually trade with that Skulk creature, but he likely needs to block here. Otherwise, we have lethal on board. Okay. Play out the rats. These are on this board. I mean, he's at 7 life, but the rats can peck away. And we can get in there for, ooh, that should be game. So, should we show him this? I think that's fine to do. There's where you get nice clean 2 for 1. Sack it. I don't know why it does this here. Away. Alright, that should be game. Somberwald Stag. Nice little finisher there. see, grapple with the past was pretty good in that game. We were able to keep that hand. A two-lander got us what we wanted. And then when we drew a second copy, get back our stag after sacrificing it to one of our emerge creatures, so that was pretty solid. He has a few... It's interesting, he had a couple of those one-power skulk creatures. I don't know if it's worth bringing in Call the Bloodline here. He also had Choking Restraints, and the Liliana technically is an enchantment, which this can hit, but it does its work when it enters the battlefield, so it's really more like a spell, not something that we necessarily want to bring enchantment removal for. We didn't see any planeswalkers that he could get extra value off of it for. So really Call is the only one I'm considering. Maybe these Midnight Scavengers. So he had Biting Rain, which could kill a bunch of 2 and 3 mana creatures. But we might be able to get them back with this. I don't know. Kind of happy with the way it is, so I think we're just going to run it back as is. We'll be on the draw this turn, or this game. Okay, so this is a pretty good hand. Again, we have another grapple, which can help us find black mana if we don't draw it naturally. I don't think we're going to run it out on turn 2, unless we really need to play this deadweight for some reason. But otherwise we have a Bloodbriar on turn 3, which is just fine, and then our best removal spell and the secondary removal spell. Kill something small, or finish something else off after the end of combat. So we'll keep this. Bloodbriar not amazing in our deck. We have the 3 It of the Horde Swarms, but we don't have any clues or any other kind of sacrifice synergies going on. Still, it's not a bad card. Ooh, that's a good card. I like it. If we don't draw a land by turn 4, we may just fire off this grapple. Let's see if we can get there. Drew another green land. Deadweight would kill this. Vampire Cutthroat. But I'm not too worried about that right now. And the lifelink is something. I think we will get to Somberwald at some point and be able to kill that. Or just draw a swamp and put a deadweight on it. Swamp would actually be a pretty good draw next turn, because then we can deadweight and play Quilled Wolf. We can also play Quilled Wolf, and that might be a better deadweight target. Ooh, maybe shouldn't have played a land there. I don't know. This Bloodbriar, I think we're going to hold back to trade with the Tooth Collector. And right now we'll just play that and see what happens in combat. I'm thinking either way I'm going to fire off this one of these grapples at the on end step. Just to find black mana. There's our Hydra. I think we're just going to take the forest though, because then we can... should we take the forest? Or should we take Tangleclaw? Or the Hydra? We can't play the Hydra yet. If we take the forest, we play the Somberwald Stag and kill the Vampire Cutthroat, and then we can trade with the Paladin. This can trade with the Tooth Collector. Yeah, I think we do take the forest. I think that's correct. We have another grapple with the past, which can get us our Hydra back. But by taking the forest, guarantee that we can play the stag, or potentially play something else. Okay. So, what's the word now? We play the stag and kill this. As sad as it is, I think we actually just killed this lifelinker. Now, hold the fort here. Hope that we draw something big. I have a dead weight for the tooth collector, so I don't think I'm going to trade with that. Also, play. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's block here. We could have a pump spell. Okay, we're gonna get the cutthroat back. Alright, so there's our rats. So I think what we do here is we kill the tooth collector. And we'll keep up clear shots. What I might do is, if he attacks with Midnight Scavengers, we'll double block. See if we can draw out a combat trick. Imagine he's probably going to kill the Quilled Wolf. Nope. Okay, I'm actually okay with that. The Quilled Wolf is, I think, somewhat more valuable in the long run, because it's going to get huge. Oh, okay. Fighting Rain. Fine with that. Now, do we fire off this grapple now? Don't think so. Ooh. Need another black. Let's play that. We have in the yard. And if we play the grapple, we're getting back the Ulvenwald Hydra. Okay. Sacrificing our rats. Plays a land. Another cutthroat. Ugh. Okay. Doesn't get back anything. Back. I think the stag? And the Hydra is the thing that's tempting, right? But the stag does a better job of managing the board. 5, 6, 7. A little regretting not playing that other land last turn, because then I would have been able to stag and kill the Ironclad Slayer, or at least have clear shot up if I needed it. We'll be blocking here. We really need to hit another swamp so we can fire off the Succumb to Temptation. Ugh. That's bad. That's pretty bad. We have an it of the Horde Swarm. I might be losing this game. We can kill the cavalry at least, so that's good. Next turn, he's going to gain a bunch of life. Put some flyers into play. Oh, I guess he can only put one into play. So that's good. But we are going to take 5 here, and then put another. Yeah, it could be lethal. We need specifically to draw. Is it in our yard? No, we need specifically to draw Watcher in the Web. Let's see if he makes the correct play. Yep. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I call the bloodline good. Is with all those 1. He's got 2 of those guys. Yeah, maybe we do bring that in. What are we going to take out? One of our its. Yeah, I would think so. I think that's probably the right choice. Watcher in the Web seems really good. Our only defense against air, I guess Somberwall Alpha can, or Somberwald Stag, can kill something as well. Yep. Really regretting passing that removal. I need to learn that's always a bad idea, passing removal. Yeah, Sinister Concoction, Dead Weight, Somberwald Stag, and Clear Shot. Alright, well, let's see how this does. Call the Bloodline. Turn our lands into 1/1 life linkers. I would like to play first, yes. Okay. It's good. We have 2 Ulvenwald captives, and 2 lands, and a Somberwald Stag. So, need to draw a black source for sure. But, captives are good. Hey. Pretty good on this board too. Can block that guy. And will block that guy. Tangle Claws is definitely pretty good as well. Ooh, okay. Not so sad that that's what happened. Need to get that guy back, we can. Hit the land, probably just gonna kill this. No, we're gonna kill that if we hit the land, actually. It's Primal Druid. Play that. Play this. So you go. Primal Druid's actually not terrible on this board either. He attacks with a Academy. just gonna take that. Rats. Probably we'll just fire off this grapple this turn. Oh, that's good. Kills my rats. And hopefully hit a land. Oh, well, if he's going to attack with that, then I'll just block with the Primal Druid, and we will hit the land. Yes. Swamp, please. Right. A solid 2-for-1 there before that thing got any bigger. Now I can block this Cutthroat. This guy can block the Tooth Collector, and we can trade with the Paladin if we want to. And I will. How to win this game now. Merge. Okay. Okay. Ugh. That's a nice combo. He's got the Boon of Emrakul and an unknown card. And we have a 7/7. Well, 2 unknown cards. Olivia's Dragoon. Okay. Puts the boon on there, then it's got 4 toughness. So can still this costs 7 to transform, right? Yep. 10/4. He still needs 2 creatures to trade with it, right? Which I'm actually transform that guy, so he must be blocked. And we're going to attack. See how that works out. Okay. Pretty okay with that. 4/6 vigilance, that must be blocked. It kind of becomes like the abyss. And then we can fire off this grapple to get our Hydra back. And it's going to be gigantic. I think we'll just play it now. could have murderous compulsion, which will kill the Hydra. That's a good follow-up. So, attack here. You can't kill it on my turn. Kill it on his turn, though. Yep. Activate this. I think that's like lethal. Yep, looks like it is. Whew. Jeez. Good game. That was a good game indeed. Oh. Let's stop. We'll see you in the next round.